When I got back, I was really busy, basically doing a lot of JSO work, planning for spring festivals, really trying to solicit a lot of donations while at the same time cutting costs. So I learned a lot about my future career in management by managing a lot of the financial aspects and planning aspects that you need for a large-scale festival. So really good outlet. And what do you call it? So unfortunately, during that, I think it was 2009 when I was graduating, the housing bubble had actually burst. So I was pretty paranoid about trying to find secure employment at that time. So basically threw out a bunch of applications and ended up getting a job that was purely logistics related with no Japanese. So I ended up opening a couple distribution centers for Home Depot and decided, hey, it was great work and I learned a lot about the floor and running a shipping dock. So I think I'm ready to do different logistics work, and that's when I tried to move back to Columbus and got hired at a Japanese company called Yazaki. So and they make wire harnesses basically for Honda, Toyota, and even GM Chrysler, Ford. So it was a great experience there because you got to learn a lot about the Japanese and English cultures in business in America, which was very different. So, as Erica was saying, it was pretty segregated in the sense of the cultures hanging out with each other. It's not like obviously everybody got along and everything, but it's people usually hang out with who they know. So. It was cool to be able to bridge a gap between them. We had a new president take over at that time, so when he came in, I was helping him out a lot, trying to understand the processes, doing a lot of random translation work, like, hey, why is my electric company hounding me, and explaining him the ways, that things work in America, with my Japanese abilities. So it was a really good experience for me and really doing that kind of Japanese work. I also had the opportunity there. I was doing a lot of material planning, where you would basically you take the demand from the customer and then you translate that into production orders and whatnot to keep everybody keep the business running. And I would always have to work with a gentleman from Japan, and we would always exchange emails in Japanese about what specific fasteners I needed, because one little piece of plastic can hold up an entire production line. And it was really amazing to have to go through those kind of language barriers and to have your Japanese abilities be useful in a sense where you could communicate 10 times faster than if it was by just a simple English email. So I worked there for about 3 years, and then fortunately I got I had an opportunity kind of fall into my lap through a recommendation, and now I'm at a German company called Hirschvogel Automotive Group. The funny part is that right now we don't have any Japanese customers. However, the good part about it is that we're always looking. So I was asking my HR manager today, I said, hey, I need some slides for my presentation. Do you guys have anything? He said, beautiful thing is we have a presentation in Japanese, because we're actively trying to solicit business from Honda and all the other Japanese auto manufacturers, because they're making quite a footprint in the automotive world. So I'm going to run through some of this presentation and start and talk a little bit about what we do there. So you might even see some kanjis and stuff, so some good practice. Hirschvogel, we have 4, 7, 10 locations. Really, it's 9.5, because we have a Fordas in Brazil, and it's basically half owned by Hirschvogel and half by the group there in Brazil. And basically, let me show you what we make. We make aluminum and steel parts that go into, they're like wheel hubs, they're pinions that go into your engines, transmissions, stuff for your rear axles, all the stuff you wouldn't buy that you need in your car. So, let me see if I got a picture of the forging on here. Oh, I thought I did. Sorry about that one. Okay. So part of the business that we do too is we take the raw steel bar in and we bring it in, we'll cut it, and then we'll run it through some kind of processes to change the metal's microstructures in that. And then we'll run it through a big warm forge press that's like about 2,500 tons. It'll go poof, and then it'll stamp out one of these parts. And then we'll ship, hundreds and thousands out to customers worldwide. So it's a really good business. It's fun to be in. So, so the thing that actually helped me get into automotive was purely my Japanese degree. I got into automotive purely by chance, not because I like cars more than the next guy, but just because when I was trying to find jobs back from my Home Depot days, I was looking in Columbus and said, hey, where can I use my Japanese degree? I've been out of the system for about 2 years, and I'm really looking to get back in. So most of the jobs were for Japanese companies, but in particular suppliers. So the intimidating part, I remember when I was looking for jobs, was coming from Home Depot. I'd say, okay, well, what's it going to be like when I'm moving from a big orange box realtor to a company that's going to be maybe 50, 100 people, or even in my case in Yazaki, North America, I think it was like 30 people. So a huge culture change just for me. But I'm really happy that I made that move because it branched my experiences out in so many ways. I learned how to do a lot of logistics planning with Honda, who has a very strong arm in how you as a supplier run your business. I learned a lot about communications between different departments, what works and what doesn't work. When should I use my Japanese and when should I, use it with or go to the English staff, these kind of things. There's a lot of different things that go on in the automotive world in that regard. So it was really interesting working in automotive for the Japanese too, because one of the benefits that you have in working with the Japanese is that they would offer you 2 full weeks of shutdown. Well, you have one in the 4th of July week and then one at the end of December. But from working in logistics, which is basically the movement of goods and making sure stuff is set up for the production line so that they can constantly keep punching parts, you always find yourself the busiest around the holidays. And you always try to acquire as many goods as you can and try to prevent a production line at Honda, whether it be in Alabama, Troy, Ohio, or East Liberty, from shutting down. So it was really good experiences with that because the closer you get to it, maybe you have one English-speaking manager on you, and then if you start having Japanese managers start to say, hey, where are these goods and what's going on with them? That was those challenges that you're able to see and visualize. So yeah, in addition to that, I brought up a bunch of goodie bags for my company, the drawstrings. They got all sorts of cool stuff in there, booklets, bottle openers, pens, and all that. So if you guys got any questions about automotive, logistics in particular, from the automotive.
Yeah, we'll do questions after everybody finishes. Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.